I was saying Twins last night, and I woke up this morning and was thinking Mariners, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna pass on this shit. We are live though.
I was passing. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Hope everyone's afternoon's going all right. If the Brewers win, I'm about even so far. I had that under cash two ways in the Washington-Colorado game, which was cool. You can see Jay Briggs is with us. Let's run the intro and we'll get started.
Welcome to the source. The source. Source. Hey, get the source.
All right, so right now going on, the Brewers are trying to hold on, and we also got the Cardinals D-backs game underway, and we're on opposite sides here. Jay has the Snakes in that one, and me and Toast have the Cards, so we'll see how that progresses as we cruise along. We got 7 more games to go through. It's Wednesday, so there's always 15 games. I kind of hate how they're spread out, to be honest. Some people like that. I'm not one of them. I like loaded up. I like all the games in a 4-hour. I want there to be not enough TVs in the world to cover everything. But all right, we got.
Can I say something really quickly, Sauce?
Yeah.
Really quickly. This game starts in 10 minutes, but I just let you guys know I parlayed the Padres and Astros first 5 and full game. So I just want to throw that out there before we get started.
Padres and Astros. Okay.
Because that game starts in 10 minutes. We talked about it this morning.
I got a few dollars on the Pirates money line in that. But
Nolan Gorman home run.
Not enough. Gorman home run, you said?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let me stop my camera from moving. There we go. So not enough to really care. If the Padres win, I'm not going to really sweat it. I don't have a lot on it. But anyway, Baltimore at Philly. Let's run a poll. Orioles, Phillies, over, under. Let's see what the community thinks about this one. Polls running. Cast your votes. I'm on the O's, just like I said last night. Ooh, here we go. I'm going back to the Orioles, even though they bit me in the ass last night with blown lead in the 9th inning on an error. You know what, though? I got it back, though, when the Dodgers came back and won. Karma repaid me about an hour after that. But, yeah, frustrating loss, but I feel like it was a game they should have won. Let's pull up some graphics on this one. Kyle Bradish has obviously been dominant, as I'm sure you know. On his last 7 starts, he's got a 1.62 ERA, 0.86 WHIP. His home away splits are very significant. But look at his last 3 starts on the road. 2.12 ERA, 1.06 WHIP. And the reason I brought those up is his last 3 road starts at Tampa, at Yankee Stadium. Those are solid numbers for those 3 road starts in a row. Now he's going to go into Philly, and look how the Phillies have been hitting righties, or how they haven't been hitting righties, I should say. In the last 14 days, the Phillies are 28th in all 3 of those categories. WRC plus, isolated power, and on-base percentage. The last 5, now this graphic, Prop Beaver made this before the game last night, so you can include Kyle Gibson on this list. So it's really the last 6 righty starters have all pitched good games against the Phillies. 0.93 ERA, as you can see. So the Phillies are not getting to righty starters. I don't see any reason to doubt Kyle Bradish dealing in this game. And then Ranger Suarez, I like Ranger Suarez. Me and Toast were betting Ranger Suarez on the road almost blindly last year. That being said, last 4 games looking really vulnerable. 6.14 ERA, 5.07 expected FIP in his last 4. Starting to come down to earth. Here are his numbers at home at Citizens Bank Park this year. 5.64 ERA, 4.70 FIP. So he hasn't really been that good at home. And like I said, it was the same thing last year. Royals are crushing lefty pitchers. I think all signs point to Kyle Bradish dealing and the Baltimore Orioles scoring on Ranger Suarez. So, look, I'm a little concerned with the bullpen here. I think I have it. Yep. This is the only part of the bet I'm concerned with is the Baltimore bullpen usage here. You can see probably no Cano. Batista's going to be available, but I don't know. You think Fujinami would pitch again after 21 last night, Toast?
I would guess so, yes. That's
all
why
right,
they
so
brought him over to you.
I'm on the O's, but that is my concern. Is the Baltimore bullpen has definitely been used a lot this week.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Orioles first 5 money line at plus 100, and then Orioles on the money line at minus 105. Look, guys, for me, it's just Baltimore's the better team in general. They're playing better. Baltimore on the road this year, 32-19 on the road. They hit lefties a little bit better. This Phillies offense is really kind of weak. Sauce talked about the bullpen. Yeah, you're not going to get Cano. I've talked about this show on the show a couple times about Batista and how to watch him, but he has had 2 days off. Everybody else in that bullpen that you want had the day off yesterday with Colombo and Baker. So all the big guns that I would need to get that done are all in the Baltimore bullpen. So, I just have no problem betting this team at essentially even money or plus money at this point. It's just too good of a price to pass up for me.
All right, me and Toast on the same page to start. Jay, are we sweeping with Baltimore?
We're going to start the day off with a sweep, man.
All right.
Yeah, bring them out.
I like it, man. I'm on the O's in this one as well. You look at 3 of the last 4 for Ranger Suarez. I haven't liked what I've seen. Washington, Miami, Cleveland. His very last game wasn't pretty. 5 innings, 8 hits, 4 earned, and that's a Cleveland Guardians team that many of us think of as not an offensive team. So that's not what I like to see. On the other side, man, like Kyle said, he brought up the graphics, man. Bradish, he's been dealing recently. Looked really good. I think we see him look good again today. His last game wasn't his best, but it wasn't bad. 6 innings, 2 earned against the Rays. He just didn't get any run support. I look for Bradish to look good today. I think the O's bounced back from that game yesterday, which they gave it up. I was on the Phillies, and I got lucky in that one. I feel like.
You had the Phillies last night?
Yeah, I had the Phillies last night. So I'm flipping on this one. I'm going to take the O's and Bradish in this spot.
I love it.
One other thing I didn't point out, that I know that if you look at the O's lineup, it doesn't really have like Ryan O'Hearn is an all-star. He's not in there. That actually kind of gives me more confidence in this bet because they can pinch hit for those guys. So it's just one of those things. All signs point to
is O'Hearn. He's not one of their lefty killers though, is he, O'Hearn? Or is he?
But that's why he's coming off the bench.
Right.
So he has him as a bench guy. So.
Exactly. Yep. Let's see what the poll thinks, and viewership is in total agreement with us. 71% of the viewers on Baltimore, 18% on the Phillies, 6% over, 3% under. So let's move on to the next game. I like being on the same page to start. This game got postponed, by the way. This Angels-Tigers. Yeah, I had Angels.
Me too.
I had Angels too.
I think my guy Pat Sandoval is going to make a comeback in the second half. But
I thought he was going to shove. Whatever.
Yeah, we'll table this for a different day.
Lorenzen hadn't given up a run in 3 games. Oh man, I was just waiting for it. There was somebody was trying to convince me that the Angels weren't going to score because he is really good against lefties, and the only right-handed bats, 8 runs have came from right-handed bats in this run, and 7 of them are from Taylor Ward, but I couldn't get there.
Let's move on to Mets Yankees. This one for me, I'm going to let these guys talk because I'm just doing Mets or pass. Don't really love it. I don't really see how I could take the Yankees here. I don't really understand the price. Carlos Rodon hasn't really looked great. And you know what? I think I have a graphic to pull up actually real quick. So look at the last. Yeah, okay. So real quick before I pass the mic over, look at the last. These are all the lefty starters that the Yankees have seen since July 1st. Look what Pat Sandoval just did. 7 1/3, 2 hits against the Yankees. Before that, Austin Gomer just about a week and some change ago, 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs. So they're not really getting to lefties. I don't see any reason to doubt. I'm not expecting Quintana to come out there and throw a gem, but I think he can go toe-to-toe with Rodon, and the Mets have the better lineup. So, yeah, Mets are pass for me.
I'm horrible with totals. I'll just throw that out there. But I played over 8.5. I did bet it. I understand these offenses are bad, but if you take a look, our friends over at Ballpark Pal, really good hitting conditions, over 20%, which I like that. In fact, I think the Mets offense can score against Rendon. Until he shows me that he's back to the guy that he once was, I'm going to continue to take that. The Mets offensively have been all right. And then the Yankees, couple power bats. Quintana hasn't really done a whole bunch this year. Obviously, is only 1 or 2 starts, I think it was. But either way, I just think that at 8.5, I think 5-4 in a Subway Series, something like that, tempts my interest enough to get it under 9. So I played over.
Jay?
I'm leaning Mets or pass in this one as well. I don't want any part of Rendon. all 3 games he's played in, didn't the Yankees get beat on the run line? Yeah, Angels, Colorado, and Chicago. He didn't get the run support, and he didn't look good in those games either. Quintana, he lost his only game this year too, but it really wasn't his fault. He gave up 2 earned, 6 hits. It's a like I said, Mets are pass, but at the plus money price, I would much rather be on the Mets in this one.
Doesn't really sound like any of us love this game. Let's see what the poll thinks, and they're on the Mets too. Community 66% Mets, 28% Yankees, 6% over. Not one person voted for the under. Not a single person is betting the under in this game. All right, let's move on to the next one. Braves at Red Sox. This one is Boston or pass. This is another pass for me. But I would say if I was going to bet it, I would take Boston. But if you like the Braves, I'm not really going to argue with you here. It's just Spencer Strider. I don't really know what I think of him anymore, to be honest. So I'm going to let Toast talk. Actually, you know what? Before we do, let's start a poll. Braves, Red Sox, over, under. All right, poll is running. Cast your votes. Toast, you betting this one?
Yeah, I got 2 bets in this game.
Go ahead.
Red Sox first 5 money line. Red Sox money line. 142 on the first 5, 145 on the money line. Just first and foremost, just a play on the number with this Red Sox team at home, who's in the last 3 games scored 7, 6, and 8 runs. Saw said it. The Strider really hasn't been himself the last couple starts. His last start was really on the road, was really good, 6 1/3 in Tampa Bay with no runs. But that Tampa Bay offense really, like I've said many times, hasn't been good over a month or so. Pitched well at Philly, got lit up in Detroit. I'm not trying to say that he gets lit up, but what I am saying is that if you're going to give me Brian Bello at home against this Braves team that I understand is very good, but he's coming off probably his worst pitching performance of his big league career on the road at Oakland, giving up 6 runs. So I fully expect him to come back and bounce back. So this Boston team has been hot. They got a fully rested bullpen. Everybody that I would want available is available, obviously besides Pavetta. But yeah, I just can't see how you not pass up this price with Boston right here.
Jay?
I agree with Toast 100%.
Wow.
I love Boston on the money line in this spot. Man, I think Bayo, this should be a bounce back spot for my guy. Like he said, Oakland, it wasn't pretty in his last game. It wasn't. I was on Boston in that one, but I expect a bounce back spot. The Braves, they're not as dominant right now as they were. You know, they're not playing that same dominant baseball they were for that long stretch. We saw them get beat up yesterday. Their bats kind of missed, and I think Bayo can come in and do the same thing. When you look at the Red Sox over, a pretty good subset, they've been playing pretty good baseball. They had a little stretch where they lost 2 to the A's and lost 1 to the Mets, but you take those 3 out, the Red Sox have been absolute money, man, and I'm staying on them in this spot, and I love getting the plus money price we're getting.
To D Money's comment, he said Bayo just had a kid. He said, of course, he's putting it on for his kid. If you remember, Chris Bassett on the road in Citi Field, I faded the hell. I had Mets in my bet of the day because he was terrible on the road, terrible against left-handed bats. Everything pointed to Bassett getting lit up. He had a kid and threw like 7 2/3 shutout innings, completely screwed me. So maybe there's something to that.
Francisco Lindor slumping really hard, has his baby girl, boom.
Where does everyone hear that? Because I feel like I never know when athletes have kids, and everyone else seems to know besides me.
I don't think that you pay attention to the daily.
Do you follow like TMZ Sports?
Major League Baseball.
You follow like TMZ Sports or something?
I have a Twitter account that only follows baseball beat writers from every team. So I spend 20 minutes on that just going through it.
If it's not on like an analytics site with numbers, I'm probably not going to hear about it.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what the poll did. And our viewers are betting Atlanta. At least most of them are. 51% on the Braves, 30% betting Boston, 12% over, 6% under. Let's cruise right along to game 13 of the day. Rangers at Astros. You ready for a ballsy bet here? I'm laying the 1.5 with Houston with a depleted bullpen. And
my dog.
And the Mr. Texas Ranger himself is on the show with us. I am laying 1.5 at home against your boys in this one. And I'm sure that we probably all have similar notes for this one because it's like we've seen these guys pitch against each other so many times, but I'll go through the graphics here. Framber Valdez, very dominant numbers against Texas. Since 2020, he's got a 175 ERA, 280 expected FIP against the Rangers. So he has not struggled with this lineup over the last few years. He did pitch against Texas back in April, and he did give up 5 runs. But it's important to look at how that game went because he pitched 6 shutout innings. He had a shutout going into the 7th. The bases got loaded with an error, and then he left the game, and the Houston bullpen let up all those runs. So this is a little misleading. He pitched 6 shutout innings in this game. Let's move on to the next graphic here. Look, I know if you look at the game logs, you can see his most recent. You're seeing Framber Valdez spike a little bit, but these 3 of those 4 games are on the road. Look at his last 4 starts at home here. He's got a 161 ERA, 082 WHIP, 182 FIP. So he's been dominant in his last 4 starts at home. Sorry, my neighbor just knocked on the door. And so look at it. This is the one I want Jay to look at. Look at this graphic right here, Jay. Since July 1st, the Rangers versus left-handed pitching. What happened? What's going on here? 25th in OPS, 24th in WRC plus. So yeah, I think Framber dominates. And my one thing I will say that you have to bring up, obviously Andrew Heaney is starting to struggle, blah, blah, blah. But let's get to right here. Andrew Heaney's thrown 2 shutouts against Houston this year. I'm not taking that as, oh, Andrew Heaney has the Astros number. No, I'm taking that as he's due to get rocked. Houston all the way here, even with the depleted bullpen.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I came on this show 2 days ago and said that Houston had this series circled, and I fully believed that they were going to come in and kick the shit out of Texas. They've done it the first 2 games, and I expect them to sweep them fully here today. Like I said, I parlayed Houston. I also played Houston on the run line just like Sauce did at a nice plus price. I think it was like plus 117 or something like that, plus 112. So, yeah, Framber's my guy. Framber and Sandy have been my absolute guys since I've started on this network. I really, really like the spot for Houston today.
Jay, do you have it in you to fade your guys?
I faded them yesterday.
Oh, okay.
I faded them yesterday. I had Houston yesterday. And everybody knows that in this Rangers rotation, my least favorite starter is Heaney. But I'm taking my boys today on the money line. I'm sorry. I am. Like you said, you brought it up. Heaney has dealed against Houston. I don't know what it is about him, but in both outings, he looked really good. Arguably some of his best starts of the season. The last one ended up in a loss, but I think the Rangers bats back him up today, man. I do. I think Valdez is not in as good as form as many would believe. I know he has a sub-3 ERA, but I mean, struggled against Oakland, 5 innings, 6 hits, 4 earned. Struggled against Los Angeles, 6 innings, 7 hits, 5 earned. Those are his last 2. He got rocked versus Los Angeles. He's back at home. I understand that, but the Rangers, man, we don't get swept. I don't think we've been swept all year, and we're not just finna lay down to this Houston Astros team. It's not finna happen. I know
they're gonna put you down. That's
Seager not in the lineup. I understand that, but Duran is a great fill in there, and I think we're getting a good plus money price with the Rangers in this spot, and I gotta hop on it today.
And don't listen to the chat. I don't know what it is about our comments. So people are addicted to saying Yordan Alvarez is back. He's not back. I don't know why they always say it every day. Yordan Alvarez.
I will let you guys know when he's back. The grocery lady will text me. I assure you, I will let you know.
All right, so we're split on that one. Me and Toast on Houston.
One thing really quickly, it's going to be Framber versus those bats because Framber possesses somebody sent me this, 54.9% ground ball rate and a 45.5% hard hit rate. The Rangers don't hit the ball on the ground a lot, and they hit the ball very hard. So one of those two has to break. So rather Framber should deal, or he's going to get lit up really hard. That's how it's supposed to go down, supposedly.
All right, let's see what the poll did. 50. Ooh, let me end the poll real quick. Looks like 50% of the viewers. Yeah, 50% of the viewers betting Houston, 35% betting Texas, 10% over, 4% under. All right, let's cruise on to the next one. Cubs at White Sox, and another one where I feel like I'm getting punked. I felt like this last night. I made the Cubs the bet of the day. Scared as hell because it felt so obvious. I'm feeling the same way here. Lance Lynn apparently is involved in some trade rumors. Maybe some people will bet him just because like he's auditioning for his next team. I don't know. Cubs has just been way better than the White Sox. I don't even need a description on this one. It's Stroman versus Lance Lynn. We're getting it at a pick'em. Toast? Is he muted?
Sorry, yeah, I was muted. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah, I'm on the White Sox I'm on the Cubs as well.
I thought you were gonna do it.
No, I tried to get crazy yesterday in that first 5, and I really don't even regret it. It is what it is. But Lance Lynn's been just really terrible. The names are being discussed as far as him being traded to the Rays. So, I guess there's a tiny chance that he might get pulled today. I don't think that's going to end up happening. So, I think there's also a tiny chance that he has like a farewell, very good game for the White Sox.
I thought of that. I thought of that also.
I just can't really get there. This Cubs team is 6-1 in their last 7 games, scoring 7+ runs in 5 of them. This offense is just red hot right now. So it was public yesterday. It didn't matter. It's been public for the Cubs a few times in the last week, and it hasn't mattered. So at even money, I'll take my chances.
Are we sweeping?
We're not. I'm a lean White Sox or pass.
Okay.
As bad as Lance Lynn has been, so is Stroman.
Yeah.
So it's this is a tough series. The White Sox historically dominate this series, and I just don't see them getting swept either. I don't know. Maybe and I think Lance Lynn could deal in his last game. His last game he pitched was ugly. I'll admit that. It was terrible, but I don't know, man. This game is a tough one. I lean White Sox in a small lean, but it's mainly a pass. There's
a lot of people chirping about the White Sox in the comments. There's some people on the White Sox here. I am not one of them, but I thought this was going to be like a sweep. Everyone on the Cubs. Not really the case. I mean, the poll indicates most people voting for the Cubs here. 75% of our viewers on the Cubs, 15% White Sox, 5% under, 3% over. Last game, Oakland at San Francisco. A's are winning this shit.
Hit this last night. Yeah.
A's are winning this.
Okay. I thought I was going to be on the island on this one, too.
Oh, shit. Jay, you're with me?
I'm with you.
All right, cool. All right. So first, let me get the poll going so everyone could go vote Giants. So, yeah, I'm taking a shot. It's just a half unit on the Oakland money line at plus 200. Not betting the farm on this. But Oakland money line plus 200, and I have literally one graphic because it tells the whole story of how I feel here. Let me pull it up. Look at the lefty starters that Giants have seen since July 1st. There's a shitload. They've seen a shitload of lefties. Look at the column all the way to the right. That's earned runs. They are just not scoring on these lefty starters. Look specifically at the last 3. That's the 3 on the bottom. Tariq Skubal, 5 shutout innings. Mackenzie Gore, 5 shutout innings. Andrew Abbott, 8 shutout innings. Yeah, the Giants have seen 18 consecutive scoreless innings against lefty starters, and Hogan Harris isn't nearly as bad as you may think. He's not a great lefty starter, but he's not as bad as you think. We've seen him look good at times. So, plus 200, I'm taking a shot. I don't trust the Giants' bats. The only part of the Giants... Oh, I don't trust Alex Wood at all either, by the way. The only part of the Giants baseball team that I would say I trust is the bullpen. But at plus 200, I'm taking Oakland. You're muted.
Sorry. I'm going to continue to bet Oakland plus 1.5 at plus 100. 27-14 the last 42 games or 45, whatever that number is, 41 games. That is. So Oakland plus 1.5 at plus 100.
And I'm taking both of those, and I'm splitting them in half. That's how I'm playing it in this one. Last night, I was kind of upset because I said I was going to do that, and I just bet Oakland straight up on the money line. And we were in it, man. I thought they had a legitimate shot, man. But when you look at San Francisco, man, they are struggling. They got swept by the Nationals. I think that is not talked about enough. I think that was the first sweep for the Nationals in like 3 years.
I saw that. I saw someone tweet that.
Like, that just doesn't happen. Then you turn around, lose to the Tigers. Then you struggle with the A's. They had a great stretch of playing on the road, but I mean, they're in a little funk right now, and I think we can kind of take advantage of it. So I'm going to take a shot here with Oakland plus the 1.5 and on the money line.
Surprisingly, a lot of the viewers are voting Oakland here. 46% on the A's. Do the Oakland Athletics have a chance of making the community parlay here? 46% on the Athletics, 38% on San Francisco, 8% under. There's a team I never thought I'd see in the community parlay, but I'm rooting for them to get in there now. So yeah, I mean that's the last game. So let's get into the community parlay.
Hey, come on, it's the community parlay. What's the matter for you?
Here we go. So, you guys know what it is. Hopefully, Jay brings us some luck. Jay, I don't know if you've been following, but the community parlay is so ice cold. I mean, it's been like 2 weeks since we hit one.
I think the last time it hit was the first time I was here.
Yeah, it might have been. Honestly, it's been a while, and it's crazy. It's such a change of pace because it was so hot. It hit 3 out of 5 one week. But all right, let's stay positive.
Let's cook this up today.
Everyone vote A's. I want everyone voting Oakland. All right, so first game, Orioles at Phillies. Where was the vote on that one? I think it was on Baltimore with us.
Yeah, it was.
All right, so Orioles, Angels, Tigers is postponed. Mets, Yankees, Mets. They were on the Mets. Braves, Red Sox. They were on the Braves. Rangers, Astros. Shit, what did they vote in that? No, they voted Houston. It was 51% on Houston, I remember. Okay, so first leg of the community parlay is up. Cast your votes.
Community parlay, man. Let's cook it up.
We got the Cards are threatening again right here. 2 men on.
Oh yeah, Tyler O'Neill's about to do it.
Wow, Baltimore just destroyed that first leg. So first leg.
Did you see my comment? Did you see my comment last night about Outman? Outman's perfect day
Yeah.
for those Dodgers.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool.
Lucky, but funny.
Did you see that guy book it with Trent had Dodgers -1.5, and that's how he lost it? All right, so
I'm almost like 100% convinced he's like wants to lose.
I think he's just more like in the entertainment industry more so than the betting industry.
I think that Price Picks is paying him to lose. That's what I think.
I mean, but to be able to lose on purpose is pretty impressive in itself.
Skill too. It's a skill too.
It's like losing on purpose. You can't just like do that. You have to know what bets are going to win in order to lose. All right. So Cubs, Athletics, Astros. Let's pick this second. I'm eyeing up Oakland.
Let's do it, community. I'm trusting in you.
Oh, thanks. Ooh, Prop Beaver sent us an Underdog too. So I have it in my email. So right after this, I'll read it off. Thank you, Prop Beaver. Yes, he is alive. He's right here. He's moved. You know what it is? He's moved on to football season. He does the research for me, but I think mentally he's moved on to football already. Cubs are going to be in there as the second leg. All right, so what got second place there? A's got second, so it's between A's and Astros for the final leg. Athletics, Astros. Let's go, Oakland. I'm rooting hard for Oakland. Everyone vote Oakland. No, I'm just kidding. Vote what you want. It's the community parlay. It's not the Kyle parlay. I'm just saying I want Oakland in there. No, votes coming in on Houston.
Come on, we can do it.
Cardinals just scored on a wild pitch.
Damn it.
I don't know, though. They got to review that because I think he might have been tagged out. That was close. It's exactly 50-50 tie. I'm going to give it 5 more seconds, and then I'm going to click end poll. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, end poll. Is it Oakland? It's Oakland.
It's Oakland.
All right, Oriole. What's the odds on that, Toast?
I'm doing it right now. Sorry, I got caught in this Cardinals game.
No, he is safe. He is safe.
Baltimore, Cubs, Oakland, 3 teams is 996.
996. Orioles, Cubs, Oakland, money line, community parlay, 996. Now, before we bounce, let's see what Prop Beaver cooked up for us. I have no idea what's in this because he literally just emailed to me 2 minutes ago. So we're going to unravel this one together. All right, Prop Beaver, what do you got for us? That's yesterday's, by the way. Today's is right here. Okay. All right, this is what Prop Beaver cooked up for us. So it looks like he gave us Andrew Heaney lower than 5 strikeouts, Framber Valdez higher than 6.5 strikeouts, Hogan Harris lower than 2.5 earned runs. I like the Oakland there. I like that. So that's Prop Beaver's 3 pick'em there. That's a 6 times payout. If you don't have Underdog, it's available in every state that's highlighted in orange. They will match up to $100 of your deposit if you use the promo code BET, B-E-T. So if you don't have it and you're one of those states, sign on up. All right, let's go community parlays. Have a good night. Jay, thanks for joining. We'll get you back next week. Let's pick a day with like a big slate so we can have like a good episode because this is a shortened one. I'll send you a DM and we'll plan it out. Me and Toast and the commish will be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. There's only 4 games, so I think we're gonna think up something fun to do, like maybe some hit parlays. Me and Toast will go head to head on some hit parlays or something. Just another thing for me to body Toast in front of the public.
You do not want that, son.
All right, so see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Jay, we'll talk soon. Everyone have a good night.